Let's stand, let's pray. Lord, today we thank you for your watchful care over us. We thank you for your mercy and goodness. I just pray your blessing upon this group as they make decisions. I pray you give them wisdom and understanding. I pray protection over all our public servants, especially our first responders. I pray protection over them and over their families. And Lord, I just ask that you would help us all to live with eternal values in view. And Lord, we thank you that your kingdom is always moving forward. And Lord, may we be a part of that eternal kingdom. And may your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. I pray all this in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So you, that for civic, you wouldn't need to because they're not an action item. You can just simply run as any form of public comment, and because we haven't ever stood on the pro forma of when public talks, probably not at the end of the world. Because they're not statutorily required to be here. It's a very safe. So, that one, he's just here. Kind of a thing. Him being here is actually no different than him being here.
So we can start out with public comment from him, or do we want to go?
Depends if you want to adjust, so if you adjust the agenda, you do it now. The notice, so, our my blunder with not hitting the, public hearing one. The way that the notice reads. You can, because of the way that the notice reads, this is an agenda that was posted a couple months ago essentially, but it's not the agenda. So essentially, this still meets the fair notice to the public side of things. But legally, you could, from what I'm seeing, obviously not a lawyer, but legally, from what I'm seeing, you can adjust your agenda to run your public hearing. If you wanted to be as close to probably good as possible, just don't vote on it today. But you can still do the public hearing portion because this does outline a specific time for it.
What was the time?
10 a.m. So if you could make the adjustment to the public hearing and then just simply wait for the voting itself. So then we don't have to renotice it. I think would be fine, but honestly, even the way that this reads, if you voted on it today, because this does meet the public was fairly noticed in the newspaper and it was ran, I confirmed with finance, this was ran through the paper. So it does meet that legal threshold. It just, I didn't get to this. So if you guys wanted to, you can adjust your agenda for at least the public hearing portion at 10 o'clock because, well, you can already have an agenda for the public hearing at 10 o'clock. Just because Rose has these written. Diane, do you want these?
You want to call the meeting to order and then?
Yep, that's probably a good place to start. It is 9:07. And I call the meeting of Benton County Board of Commissioners to order. Do we have any amendments or additions or deletions of that agenda?
So, Mr. Chair, I would make the motion that we amend the agenda to add the public hearing that was noticed to the public for the temporary moratorium on processing special review use permit application for data centers.
Second.
Okay, it has been moved and add the public hearing to the agenda at 10 a.m.
I think I should add the 10 a.m. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for adding that.
All right. Any discussion? All of them in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. All right. Now. So are we going to have the public comments or
that point, Mr. Chair, would be your discretion if you want to let
Let him,
let him speak now.
yeah. Steve, want to come up and
Mr. Chair, we will need to approve the adoption of the agenda as amended.
okay. Right, we're
I'll make that motion to the agenda as amended.
been moved and seconded to adopt the agenda as amended. Any discussion? All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, Steve.
Good morning all. I don't have a whole lot, so I'm not gonna take up a bunch of your time. Updates from the correctional facility. Our current population on grounds is 1,374. We continue to do, the state continues to do level 2 movement from the facility, so our numbers are fluctuating week to week by up to 40 offenders. But currently today we're at 1,574. We started a class of 10 correctional officers, 1 medical assistant, 1 mental health therapist, and 1 mental health specialist on the 6th of July. And they will graduate, I think the first week of August. That will leave us 4 correctional officer vacancies, which is probably a better number than we've had in years. We hope to have all those vacancies filled on our class that we start on the 10th of August. So some of our hiring efforts, we continue to focus on retention. We've had thus far this year 16 correctional officers that are less than a year turnover, which is 10 better than year to date last year. And we continue to emphasize the hiring of substance use disorder treatment staff, an investigator, and we still need a mental health therapist. So do y'all want to help us recruit? I would appreciate it. No major projects going on. We will conduct our biannual GED graduation today with 21 in-person GED certificates to be awarded. To date, we've graduated 27 this year. Got you all aware of the new contract we got it on the 1st. The last meeting we had together, I talked about our ACA accreditation. That's our national audit. So we successfully completed that with 100% mandatories to the good and 99.5 on the non-mandatories, and we'll be attending the award ceremony in Pittsburgh next week to pick up our reaccreditation. And that's all I got. Unless you guys got something for me.
We'll pick something, Alex.
All right, very
Making
good.
progress.
Yep, maintaining excellence.
Yes. They certainly sped up the, I don't know whether it was just due to the scheduling or what, but used to be we'd have our audit in like September and you didn't go to the deal till like January.
So yeah, if we would have been maybe 2 weeks later,
Yeah,
we would have went to the fall one, the winter one,
yeah,
rather than the summer one. But we just got ahead of it, so.
yeah.
Yep. All right.
Thanks, all. Take care. All right. All right, so consider approval of the minutes.
I didn't see anything wrong. I moved to approve the minutes from July 9th.
I will second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the minutes from July the 9th. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Consider approval of bills and payroll. Get it, Vance.
There's probably a very simple explanation, this window, but on the, let's see, it's line item Department 105 on purpose for re-elections. There's a couple of them.
Alan, can she see the paper so she can see what is
You
happening?
105. There's a couple that are, or one, I guess. Oh, wait a minute. I retract that. I see, I've already clarified it, Mom did, so. I'm a little slow.
You do that too, huh?
Yeah, those are all my judges and
Yeah.
the ballots and envelopes.
Okay.
Yeah, and the state reimburses us 45% of the costs, so we'll get 100% of that back.
Yeah, so. Anything else?
Nothing to me.
Do you have any questions?
I didn't see any, so.
Mr. Chair, I'll make the motion that we approve the payroll for July 24th and the bills for July run 2, as well as the sales use funds bills.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve payroll for July 24. The July run 2 and the sales and use tax will be pulled. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Third.
Yes.
Okay, consider approval of September meeting dates.
So 10 and 24.
Okay. Sure.
Works for me.
What days?
The 10th and the 24th.
10th and 24th. Okay. Sounds good.
All right. We need a motion. We always have this discussion.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a motion.
I'll make the motion. We have our September meeting is September 10th, and September 24th.
I'll second.
Been moved in. Seconded to approve the September meeting dates for the 10th and 24th. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. We have no previously tabled items. On to action items. Consider ratifying Alan Funk Fair's signature on the Collaborative Management Program Funding Award.
Mr. Chair, I make the motion that we ratify your signature on the Collaborative Management Program Funding Award.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to ratify my signature on the Collaborative Management Program Funding Award. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Consider approval of and authorize the commissioner's signatures on building permit 0726 BP 02 for Lumen Technologies located at 18,900 County Road E, Los Angeles.
Brad, you want to come up and present for this?
So basically, the company Lumen Technologies, it's a fiber optic company. They're basically just gonna put a pre-built shed. It's clear out south of the county. Gonna lay a pre-built shed down for basically shelter for their fiber equipment. So pretty straightforward. Not much to this one.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and make that motion to approve the building permit for, let's see, 0726 BPD 02 for Lumen Technologies located on 18900 County Road E, Los Angeles.
I will second.
Been moved and seconded to authorize commissioner signatures on building permit 0726 BP 02 for Lumen Technologies located at 18900 County Road E, Los Angeles. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. He gives you some little flags. Matter of flags. Must be a bike.
I'll just come over on that desk.
Okay, the 23rd.
You get it over there, don't you? So-
Yes, sir. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Greg.
Alrighty. Next item, consider approval of and authorize Alan Stump Chair to sign a management agreement between Benton County and Gobens Inc. for Lexmark XM 1246 copier.
Is this my copier?
No,
Well, why is my name on the bottom? Cause we just did my copier not very long ago.
Here's their government's contracts.
It's probably because they just did yours, so they threw your name on.
Oh, yeah, but who's on the other ones? I didn't pay attention to that, was not, but we just did mine not very long ago, remember?
I know one of them was the finance copier and then the other one is the commissioner copier, isn't it?
No.
Or is it-
What's on there?
This is so the one with your name on it's the sheriff's
Oh, okay.
one,
Okay.
back copy.
Still the same.
Yeah, this is the one at the sheriff's office. You get friend, you get another copy of them. If you need to make copies, you should go over there like,
Yeah.
this is mine now, so I won't tell you.
Any discussion? Do I have a motion?
Mr. Chair, I'll make the motion that we approve and authorize your signature on the management agreement between Benton County and Gobens Inc. for Lexmark XM 1246 copier.
I'll second.
Okay. So it has been moved and seconded to approve it and authorize my signature authorize me to sign a management agreement between Benton County and Gobens Inc. for Lexmark XM 1246 copier. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Where the red X is.
Then on the last page.
Last page also. Yep. And small. Okay, next item. Consider approval of and authorize Alan Stump Chair to sign a management agreement between Benton County and Gobens Inc. for Canon Image 4C 311. Any discussion? All those,
I'll
do
make,
I have a motion?
I'll make the motion. To approve and authorize Alan Stump Chair to sign a management agreement between Benton County and Goldens Incorporated for Canon Image Force C311.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded to approve and authorize myself to sign a management agreement between Benton County and Gobens Inc. for Canon Image 4C 311. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Different signature page on the same company. Okay. Consider approval of and authorize Alan Stump Chair to sign an IGA between Benton County and Mesa County for the Colorado Child Care Assistance Program. Any discussion?
Do I need to come up and?
If you want to come up and
Okay.
present, that'd be great.
Of course, yes.
So what this contract would be doing is we'd enter into agreement and Mesa County would provide the services to do the case management, a little bit of supervision for the CCAP program for the department until we get someone trained up to do so. There is a 30-day clause on the contract, so at any point in time, if we do have someone come up and we can fill that position and bring it back in-house, we can within 30 days. There's also a $30,000 cap on it for annual, so it will not exceed the cost of $30,000 for them to provide this service to us. The contract length, I believe, runs until July 31st of next year. What this is just filling a void that we don't have an experienced technician to take over this program at this time. But it gives us time to fill that role at some point.
All right. Any further discussion? I have a motion.
The chair will make the motion that we approve and authorize your signature as chair to sign the IGA between Benton County and Mesa County for the Colorado Child Care Assistance Program.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve and authorize my signature. Myself to sign an IGA between Benton County and Mesa County for the Colorado Child Care Assistant Program. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Next, consider approval of and authorize commissioner signatures on the certification of funds for social services expenditures totaling $299,752.63 for the month of July. Any discussion?
EJ, I do have one question for you. On these, when they come through, why do we see Axiom billing separately? Have you seen that?
I have not.
It was just surprising to see it come through as individual things like that instead of it's just one.
So I can ask our billing and I'll get back to you on
I was
that.
curious, and it may be because the way they have to divide it between the different programs, I wasn't sure if that's why it comes across like that or.
And I would assume because the cost or the funding source for each individual is kind of different, whether it's through your child welfare or eligibility and those type of things, but I'll get clarification on it.
I was just curious, because when I saw that, I started thinking, I was like, does that mean we have to do a separate check for each of those amounts, or do we still just do one check?
Well,
With Axiom when we do that?
I believe it gets compiled onto one, because it doesn't go out separate, but I'll make sure.
Okay, thank you.
Any further discussion?
I don't have anything else.
Do I have a motion?
I move to authorize commissioner's signatures on the certification of funds for social services expenditures totaling $299,752.63 for the month of July.
I will second.
Been moved and seconded to approve and authorize commissioner signatures on the certification of funds for local services expenditures totaling $299,752.63 for the month of July. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Kathy, you wanna? Yeah, she's out here. We just timed that pretty much on the money. Next item, consider the acceptance, or do she do the report and then we can?
I think she does her report first.
Yes, that would be a good idea.
Just accept it without looking at it. I guess we start with semi-annual, that's kind of the biggie. They don't do the, that's it. I don't know if you remember me mentioning that Bonnie said it wasn't in balance. And so we figured out that one play bond that wasn't on here, we finally got that fixed. And so, it does balance. Hey, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I like to hear that.
Yes.
So it's all fixed. And now we know how to do it ourselves. So awesome, we can fix any future additions and subtractions to this.
Then you'll take the, you know. Okay.
Nothing, I haven't got any phone calls so far.
Question, discussion?
No, the only thing I'm noticing is that we do not have on our agenda to do this semi-annual report. We
Yeah.
only have the second quarter public trustee.
No,
Did I miss it?
she just went.
Oh, number 8, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I'm looking through it. Okay, I just,
Yeah.
my eyes were not seeing.
I did not know what order we were supposed to say.
Okay.
Then so I
You're
heard,
okay.
we did.
Make note of that here.
Mr. Chair, I would make the motion that we approve and authorize the commissioners to sign the semi-annual report for the treasurer.
Been moved and seconded to approve and authorize the commissioners to sign the semi-annual report from the treasurer. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. And we signed him.
I need one for me, and then possibly needs one. And can you share a sign one with me, because it has to be public. Okay. So I'm looking at 2 or 3 sign ones, but I just need one.
Signature. And so that's for Lindy, it's gonna be.
With our sign.
Any more? Yeah, she's got it.
Well, public trustees, much what it always is, was the activity in the count for the April was really busy. Most of the 2 months were in the quiet. And then the last page is the summary, so. Really, what, needs to be paid out to the public trustee and deposit description, all of this stuff. As of yesterday, we had our last active foreclosure for sale, and so none of the works right now.
That's
So,
nice.
yeah, they're kind of time intensive, but last year was busy. I had 13 or 14 last year.
Oh, wow.
And so we've had 3, I think, before start this year. I think that we dealt with some pretty quiet. Comes in spurts and,
I like to hear that, though, that we're not having a lot of foreclosures in the area.
you know,
Yeah. Helpful.
Yeah.
I had more last year, but I'm looking at people paying them, I feel pretty from home because they were paying. Most of them are people that have gone in the nursing home, just died and nobody's taking care of business and so those are usually, you know, better to keep them off the books and getting somebody who'll be paying taxes and keeping the mortgage payments on, but I had more last year than I've ever had, but yeah, people around, so interesting. I don't like that, but that happens when you can't pay your bills. Yeah.
So, any further questions, discussion?
Okay, well, I move to accept the second quarter public trustees. Report. For April through June 2026.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded to accept the second quarter public trustees report for April through June of 2026. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
It's a little one, you know, we'll just. Oh. You sign, yes. Yeah. Sorry. Only talking to fans.
That's for the DSS stuff.
I heard you voting on it, it's like, oh, we're about that one here. Handy dandy, because I'm going to, since we're done. Get it ready.
This afternoon also background call.
Okay. I'll give you 2 days and all. See the different pins, they got finer point.
The max parties. I need to have regions. This is a first. This was one.
Great, this month is gone.
That's what we do, isn't it? I can't believe that we're almost in August.
I know. I have a little retirement countdown here on my phone. Every day. We're at 5 months and 8 days now. Just so you know.
All above where it's 5 months and 8 days. Yeah, I came up at the nursing home board meeting last night. And you're like, how long is it? Well, I don't know. When they quit writing checks to me, oh,
Yeah.
go wait.
I think I was talking to the guy the other day and he says, well, I have to work longer than you. Because your new person gets sworn in on the 31st.
They don't swear everybody be on the same.
No, so
No,
the treasurer has all sworn in. He was sworn in
First of the year.
Sworn in again,
Yeah.
when everything else does.
Okay. Very interesting.
So I'm actually really done with him. Surprised because I'm like, yeah, guy, like you come to work every day anyway, and whatever, but. We're both looking forward to it. It's hard, the guy he says, you know, I used to love my job. I said, but
That's why we're just ready to retire, right?
I don't hate my job, I love the job, but, you know, I'm old, I'm ready. I bought a camper. And now I'm really ready.
You're ready to go travel.
Yeah. So, is that all?
Unless you have anything else for us.
I don't.
Thank you.
I will get with Tiffany about the.
Yes, she was
be being.
she's working with Tyler because they have to add in a salary line and everything to the public trustee part of it, so that way it'll run through the system correctly, but yes, that's, yeah.
Yeah, and I've got, we've got our numbers and everything for numbers and for numbers, and we can build up into the system.
Awesome.
So I'll start moving this into that account. Get it figured out before Jennifer has to deal with it.
Yes, yeah, we will. We'll get it all.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks, Coffee.
Thank you. Okay. Consider an appointment to the Los Angeles Bay County Library Board.
So, Mr. Chair, I'll give an update on this. We had a meeting of the Library Commission, and there was 2 applicants to fill the seat that is available on the Bay County Library Board, the Los Angeles Bay County Library Board. And that commission came away with the 2 members from the county and the 2 members from the city, all in unison that the person that they wanted to recommend for appointment was Levon Garrison. And I did speak with the mayor this morning, and city council did go through the process at their meeting this week. And they did approve the appointment of Levon Garrison. So now it is just before the county to make our decision on that appointment.
Any other discussion?
I move we approve on Garrison as the county. Their county, Los Angeles County Library.
I will second.
It's been moved and seconded to appoint Levon Garrison to the Los Angeles Bay County Library Board. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay. We have 13 minutes yet, so. Actually. These do not involve this, or are not part of this, so we did move right on.
Future tense things.
So consider setting a public hearing to amend the guidelines and regulations for areas and activities of state interest. Benton County of Bent, State of Colorado, to include Chapter 7 regulations for site selection and construction of major facilities of a public utility, including wind, solar, and battery storage, for August 27, 2026 at 10 a.m. Any discussion?
I think it's pretty straightforward. Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion that we set our public hearing to amend the guidelines and regulations for areas and activities of state interest, County of Bent, State of Colorado, to include Chapter 7 regulations for site selection and construction of major facilities of a public utility, including wind, solar, and battery storage, for August 27th, 2026 at 10 a.m.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to set a public hearing to amend the guidelines and regulations for areas and activities of state interest, County of Bent, State of Colorado, to include Chapter 7 regulations for site selection and construction of major facilities of a public utility, including wind, solar, and battery storage, for August 27, 2026 at 10 a.m. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Consider setting a public hearing to amend the Bay County Planning and Zoning Manual to add regulations regarding wind, solar, and battery storage for August 27, 2026 at 11 a.m. Any discussion? I have a motion.
I move we amend, set a public hearing to amend Benton County, planning and zoning manual to add regulations regarding wind, solar, and battery storage for August 27th, 2026 at 11 a.m.
I will second.
Been moved and seconded to set a public hearing to amend the Benton County Planning and Zoning Manual to add regulations regarding wind, solar, and battery storage for August 27, 2026 at 11 a.m. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. We'll have a few minutes, public comment.
Public comment. He's a public comment.
Can I speak?
Yes,
Hi.
3 minutes.
Okay, well, I volunteer at the recycle center in Swink. And I've been noticing on the way down there.
Can you identify yourself?
Oh, my name's Edmund Edwards.
Okay,
I live here in town. 1023 Grand.
all right.
And, thank you. And, I've been noticing a lot of flat screen TVs that are in your fairground dumpsters. I presume that you control those. And I was told by the city, I went to the city meeting. I thought they were all city, but they said, no, I need to come here and talk to the county. And then the ones up there on the south side, as you're heading out of town, about 1.5 miles north. And flat screen TVs, stereos, stuff with batteries, NiCads, alkalines, and even lithium, and stuff like that, LEDs even. And I have correctly or not been pulling stuff out and taking it down and recycling it. And I talked to the city. Officer Crispin told me that I couldn't take anything out of the city dumpsters. And so that's why I went to the city, because I thought I'd get some approval. And they said, well, no, it's all yours. And so I'm here today to ask if there's a problem with that, if I should not do that, or if I could do that to try and get these things out of the waste stream, or if you have somebody come along who pulls them out and you recycle. Maybe I'm not needing to do it. So I was just here today to see if that was something that could be done. And also on the one up here, one north, there was one dumpster was just full of cardboard, and there's no bin out there. So I ended up taking them because I was pulling out those stuff too. I was pulling out the flat screens. I took them down here and did that. And in the long run, since I'm kind of associated with the swing people, I don't know the people up here, but I presume they're the ones that have these cardboard bins. Either one of those, if it could be arranged, if they put a cardboard bin up there, and if I'm allowed to do this, what I want to do, basically, is just volunteer. Then I wouldn't have to haul cardboard all the way down to the fairgrounds. They could just put it in up there, and other people would probably put it in. Because I've noticed a lot of them were broke down and everything. There was no bins to put them in. So they just went ahead and put them in the dumpster. So I think if they could be arranged and approved by the board here, that one of the recycle places would put a bin out there, I would use it if I was out there and saw a bunch of cardboard.
How big a piece of cardboard?
Oh, just boxes that have been flattened, and also some that weren't flattened. I went ahead and flattened them. And they're clean. I've worked at Clean Valley on and off for like 11 years. So I understand, what they want. If it's dirty or oily, they don't want it. And so that's just trash. But 99.9% of the stuff is just, Amazon boxes and Walmart, stuff like that.
The facility up here on the north, would imagine that if you and the facility director.
John Armstrong or,
You may know him,
well, down in Swink, I know the people.
Yeah. But I'm just- what I was looking at was, it is. We had a deal with the, commodities people that when they got done, they could just. Pile the boxes up and haul them up there if it was during work hours.
Oh, I see.
Okay, and, I don't, it'd be a lot simpler than going down and stuffing them in the deal up here and then taking up space that somebody else might decide they need.
Well,
And if you were, if you work it with them, I think possibly they would do that.
can you give me some contact people?
Yeah, it might take a minute or two.
Well, that's fine. Let me go on a little bit. Being associated with the Swing people, their cardboard values are kind of down. They're up a little bit, but they've been way down and they're kind of in a financial crunch right now. And so I'm trying to do everything I can. Since I was employed there for like 6 years. So I'm like paying them back. Plus they let,
Before you do share that contact information, just know you are at a public meeting.
Yeah. Well,
I volunteer once a month and
I think this is actually on the website.
And just so you know, the county doesn't have an ordinance against removing property from dumpsters, and legally dumpsters are abandoned property or public property at that point.
that's at your position, but not the city. City has a different.
Yeah.
We can't control.
Yeah,
the
we
position of
can't.
the city.
Right, but I understand.
With the county's position.
I'm just getting clear on that, because I thought it was all city. I didn't.
No, and so the dumpsters exist in a
Yes.
kind of a two-part situation. The city does physically handle the dumpsters for the county,
Oh.
but there are county dumpsters that do exist. So that's why they all look the same, is the city will physically help us with this, but.
There's normally 6 and 6. Those are the only ones that I've been doing.
Yeah, but in terms of that, county doesn't have any ordinance
Okay,
or
well,
or anything like that. So there's no, there's nothing standing from the county side that would go against what you're doing.
Okay, would it be possible to get some sort of a statement in case I'm stopped by the police? Because I was stopped by one and he kind of was puzzled why I was there. And I said, well, I'm just basically trying to get this stuff from being trashed because it should be taken down to Swing. And he was cool about it. And even Officer Crispin was saying, well, you need to talk to the city to see. And of course, they referred me to you guys.
Yeah, and so like with that, there is no,
Okay.
statement's a little bit different thing coming from the commissioners, but just in general, and I'll reach out to at least the sheriff's office.
I'm a very
Get some,
careful person and I've worked
Yeah.
with recycling for 11, 12 years now. And so I'm be careful I'm not doing
Yeah.
anything foolish and.
I'll speak with the sheriff's office, but in terms of like an official statement from
Right.
the county, it would be a little bit more difficult to produce that.
Or even just some names to call. If I just have a list of names, well, if you're supposed to contact these people and they'll tell me that. They'll tell you.
You can have them call me, tell any of the cops to call me,
Okay,
they all
could you
know,
give me before I leave your name and phone number or no?
and then they all know me.
Okay, well, I need to know.
Yeah,
that.
but you know.
Thank you.
And just so you know, these two facilities are working toward a merger
Brian,
January
I
1.
understand. I've heard that.
Okay.
Mr. Armstrong's trying to get that done.
So they're working on that.
Okay.
Anyway, here is,
Okay. Thank you.
and like I said, if I'm sure that especially if they're broken down,
Now, is this your name?
Huh?
You, Mr. J?
that is the gentleman at the recycling facility.
Here in town.
Yes,
Up
here,
there. Next to
up
the
here on
golf
the, yeah.
Mr. J, what is your name?
Huh?
What is your name?
I'm Alan Stump. My information's on the other side of the card. Okay.
All right, good. Thank you.
And you're ready to start your public hearing.
Yep.
That's my business, so.
Take time.
Go.
Huh?
Unless there's any other questions you have to ask, I'll go ahead and let you.
Okay. All right. So,
All right, thank you.
So it is 10 a.m. And at this time, well, we actually need to recess right?
Yeah, do we need to recess the convention?
Do I have a motion to recess?
Mr. Chair, I'll make the motion that we recess our commissioners meeting to move into the public hearing that was noticed.
So,
Been moved and seconded to recess from the county commissioner meeting and proceed into the public hearing.
Probably should specify that. Give me one second, I'm pulling it up to make sure I word this correctly. So to move into the public hearing for consideration of moratorium on data centers.
Okay. All right, so public hearing proceed into the public hearing regarding the moratorium on data centers.
Temporary moratorium.
Yes, temporary.
Thank you for clarifying that, the temporary moratorium.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. We are now in a public hearing. And
Mr. Chair, I don't see anybody, or Anne, I guess you are online.
Anne's
Did you
there.
have anything for the public hearing?
I don't.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, seeing no public comment for this public hearing, I would make the motion that we adjourn the public hearing and move back to our regular commissioners meeting.
second.
been moved and seconded to adjourn the public hearing and return to the county commissioner meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. With that, I guess we can move into our informational.
You still have your resolution with the discretionary point of the resolution or the temporary moratorium.
Are we gonna approve it?
And because of how this was noticed. I think you can, but I don't know. And it's not like we had a lot of participation. And this was run in the paper, it isn't like, I mean, this theoretically circled more than even our online postings. It's not like website gets a lot of hits, so. I mean,
So
and it is also just a temporary moratorium.
Right.
it's the last resolution. Was it for the wildfire? We haven't done one since then, right?
No,
Right.
we haven't done it all.
So it'll be resolution 2016.
This is for 6 months, right? So you said what number?
10.
10?
Yeah.
So. Open for discussion on the resolution 2026-10. Imposing a temporary moratorium on processing special review use permit applications for data center projects.
I would think just for clarification for the public is that this. The discussion behind this moratorium would be for the county to have the chance to put the pause on these until we have time to draft some regulations and know what the county expects for the standards with something like this, being that it's so new and just coming in. We just need time to be able to make sure we get everything in place before we even allow somebody to submit for request of one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree, I think that's the same folks do reckon. And I think it's for 6 months, but from what I understand it could be another 6 months if we need to. It's not like we have decided 6 months, so.
Yeah, I think there's always options that if,
Yeah.
as we're working through things and putting things together, if we feel like we can't meet the time frame of this, I think there's always option at that point to reconsider what we need to do. But at this point in time, I would be comfortable, Mr. Chair, making the motion that we approve resolution number 2026-10, a resolution imposing a temporary moratorium on processing special review use permit applications for data center projects for the time frame of 6 months.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve resolution 2026-10. A resolution imposing a temporary moratorium on processing special review use permit applications for data center projects. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
No, I need to do that, so that it's that, so.
Yeah, we'll have to print the.
We'll see after we're done and fix it, and then sign those.
I need it then. All right. Now, how about information?
Okay, so, lots of stuff, not a lot of stuff going on. Employment wise, we hired up three road and bridge positions, or we extended conditional offers, I guess. We're still waiting on, background check, freeways, things like that. But we did offer those, so road and bridge will be back to being fully staffed here, as long as everybody clears. Created a temporary position for maintenance because of our one maintenance guy that's out on workman's comp for the foreseeable future. So we're hiring a temporary person to help with the maintenance side of things, to make sure we don't fall behind there. Probably more, but that's all I can think of. Fair's coming up, so I think we've got pretty much everything ready, fair wise, hopefully, maybe, we'll see.
We'll know more in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The road and bridge guys, you don't know for sure when they might be starting.
Assuming everything clears. The 10th of August probably, is when we'll have them. One of them called me this morning, and that's when he can start, as soon as, all these things clear, probably be about the same for all of them. Plus or minus a little bit. We got our budgets, first round of budgets in for the most part, still missing a few outliers, but pretty much everybody got those in. So we can get started, kind of getting a general rough draft figured out what the next year is gonna look like. We did get our administrative assistant position hired also as well. So we've actually got a lot of hiring done here very recently for the county. So we're getting some people picked up. Good. Had a really good applicant pool, surprisingly. Didn't expect to have that. But through the multiple positions we were hiring, we looked at probably in excess of 50 applications. So that part's been very nice.
That's unusual for
Very unusual.
not just Benton County. Yeah, 50 applicants.
So definitely some positive there.
Yeah, the staff has been doing a really good job about pushing out that we are having positions that we're hiring for and making sure that the community is seeing that. So I think that has been very helpful.
It has been. Our gas bus is trending to start nickel and diming us. It's been down for multiple times this week, so we are gonna end up doing something with that at some point. I don't know what, but
That was overheating the engine or something.
overheating, we have electrical problems, we have problems with the air conditioning unit, we have problems with the front end of the gas bus. It's still usable, but just with the trend that it's on, so.
When the temperature goes down, things may improve slightly, at least on the overheating, maybe.
You about gotta have air conditioning when it's like this.
Yeah,
A little toasty out.
my thermometer at about around 3 o'clock yesterday said 107.6. That makes everybody happy, but
I think that's everything I have.
okay. Liz?
So their board's gonna have their rear garden gym at the earlier. They turned all the paperwork in, I posted the sign for 10 days, everything's good, so I issued the special event permit.
Okay. Any other business to be brought before the board?
Actually, we had talked about, before we found these road and bridge employees, possibly adding some temporary positions in road and bridge, just to help with shortcomings and things. There is still one of our ex-road and bridge employees who retired too early. He misses us, he just won't admit it. Probably will still pick him up in a temporary capacity, but not use him until we run into a true as needed basis. I'm hoping we don't need him this winter, but if the weatherman's right, we're going to, kind of a thing. We're probably still gonna pick him up and get him back on for when things go sideways on us, or if somebody quits or gets hurt.
I talked to that person this morning and he found a temporary job packing silage today. So he doesn't like to stay home.
No,
Yeah,
no, you know. Definitely does not.
There is no other business. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I move we adjourn.
Um,
Oh, public comment, yeah. I'll retract my motion.
For the third time.
And do you have any public comment?
Nope, I don't. Just here to observe and watch. Thanks.
All right,
Now I move we adjourn.
I will second.
been moved and seconded to adjourn the meeting. Meeting adjourned.
We did it.